So I'm out here just loving today. It's so nice out here. I love Boise. They get such a great range of seasons. But just wanted to share a quick thought. Had a interesting conversation with my son this morning. He's 11, almost 12, and starting middle school and making some big changes in his life. Life happens real fast. We hear that all the time, that life is just too short, and it's really true. If you look at the overall scale of things and look at where you're at in your life today compared to 10, 15, 20 years ago, and maybe you were a kid or you were just a younger version of your adult self now, it's amazing to see how quickly things do change for us. And so, I was asking my son this morning kind of where he was looking to go and what some of his goals were. And, most kids say, oh, I don't know, I have no idea. And the problem is I think most of the time they're not really given any kind of guidelines for a direction to go in other than, go to school and focus on school. And then when you're done with school, we're going to go to more school and college and, the traditional life. And I take a little bit of a different approach. I try to be proactive as a parent and kind of help my kids design what they would like to do versus accepting, a forced life of any job that will pay them $1 for their time, or, just trying to struggle through the way most people do. And, for my son, he's very interested in video games and anime and that kind of thing. And so what I've always preached to him is focus on what you're excited about. Get really good at understanding the things that you're interested in and figure out how you can share that information with other people. And that will allow you to free yourself, not only because every day are you focusing on something that you enjoy doing, but you're also serving others and providing them with information about something that they may not necessarily have known about, but are looking for information about. So when you learn how to take on that cycle, you can monetize that. You can create an income doing things that you enjoy doing. And so I was explaining to him a little story about when I was young, I really didn't have the same kind of opportunities that he has. 20 years ago when I was his age, my opportunity for making any kind of money was, luckily we had our own lawnmower. We had a can of gas out there that sometimes had gas in it, sometimes it didn't. And so my only real way to make money would, go around my neighborhood, ask every single person, knocking on doors, hey, can I mow your lawn for $10? Can I mow your lawn for $10? And I remember having to go out and, I lived in a small neighborhood, so there wasn't a lot of people, so I couldn't do this even very often. But I would go out, every 2 weeks or so and go to my neighbors and say, hey, can I mow your lawn? And, go through all of them until I finally, maybe an hour later or something, would get somebody that would let me mow their lawn for $10. And so I would go through and mow their lawn and, it'd take me 10, 15 minutes, whatever it was, and get my $10. That's it. That's all I got. I got nothing else that I can do. I've got nowhere else to go with this. I've got $10 in my pocket. I can't do anything with this other than, take myself down to the swimming pool on my bike and, get into the swimming pool and buy some candy or something. So it was kind of a menial way to earn income as a kid. There was not really a lot of opportunity. You could do some of those physical jobs, but in today's world, and I'm explaining this to my son, where we have such technology access, and, for him, he already has a YouTube channel. He already makes some videos and that kind of stuff, just because, it's kind of the world that we live in. And so taking that to the next level, having him understand that, you can monetize information today where you didn't have that opportunity before, what I recommend to him is don't overlook that physical work. Don't overlook that ability to go out and earn $1 right now. Not to say that that type of income is useless. It's actually very beneficial, especially when you look at the world of marketing, where if you want to monetize your interests, you have to get your content in front of a lot of people. And the best way to do that is through paid traffic. Buying other people not buying other people, but sending people to whatever your traffic, your endpoint is, the content that you're promoting. So if I can have him go out and walk around the neighborhood, ask everybody that we know if they can mow their lawn, and finally get somebody to pay $10 to mow the lawn, even if that takes him a couple hours, he can turn that $10 around and put it into paid traffic and send it to a marketing system that promotes what he's actually interested in, and he can turn that into a bigger dollar amount, okay? And these kind of systems may seem fairly complex, but they're really pretty simple. You know, if I can teach my 11-year-old how to do something like this and to be able to design the life that he wants to have based on the interests that he has, and not necessarily just the system that's handed to him of school first and then figure out how to deal with life later, you know, I think that's the best way for everybody to parent their kids, is to be able to have them focus on whatever their interests are. Help them develop a strong self-confidence in what they're passionate about. Because not only is that going to make all of their daily aspirations better, they're going to wake up excited to go after whatever it is that they're working on, but they'll be able to put a focus on learning how to be an entrepreneur and develop different skill sets of problem solving and decision making and organization and all of the other stuff that comes with, you know, running a micro business. So, you know, my little word for the day is basically just teach kids how to be entrepreneurs, not necessarily just because of the money-making factor, but because of all of the other life development that they go through. They're going to learn so many other skills that benefit them in every aspect of their life. You know, you can't necessarily teach that stuff in school. So as parents, we have to do our due diligence to make sure we're putting our kids on the right track to have good thought processes, to, you know, go about things in the right way, and to have a good outlook on life, because these are the people that are going to be running the world, guys. These are the ones that are taking over for us in the next level of succession through, you know, whatever is happening in your life. These are the guys that are going to be supporting us in our later years. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a little bit today. Let me know if you have any thoughts about this. We got a couple already in the comments below, so appreciate you guys. I'm going to finish my walk, and we will see you next time.